What's going on, guys? How you guys doing today? Hope everybody's having a great day. Um, I want to in this video here. I was watching a Pop the Balloon episode, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about something that's very, very brutal, and it's so real. Um, I want to tell you guys that your appearance matters more than finances. And the reason why I say your appearance matters more than finances because on this episode of a Pop the Balloon show, and this is why I say some guys just need to accept the fact that they're worthless. Some guys are worthless. This episode that I saw of a Pop the Balloon show, there was a guy tatted up, real buff and swole, had these big diamond chains around his neck, had 30K worth of diamonds in his mouth, and the women were not feeling him. And I'm gonna make a point here, guys. Your look matters way more than your assets. Because, see, there are some women, they're not impressed by a Mercedes Benz. They're not impressed by a $6,000 Canali suit from Neiman Marcus. There are some women, if they don't find you physically attractive, if you don't make their vagina wet, nothing you do will matter. And that's just the truth. It don't matter how much money you got. It don't matter how much designer you got on. Don't matter how many diamonds you have around your neck. There are some women who are not impressed by that. And if they don't find you physically attractive, nothing else matters. See, looks trump everything. That's one thing I had to realize in life. Like, if you weren't blessed with the proper genetics, you're screwed. You're just totally screwed. If you don't, there was a guy named, I believe his name was Richard Ramirez. He was a criminal. He looked like a model type dude. He was a Hispanic guy. And there were women that were willing to pay to get his reproductive fluids so they could have his kid. Now, that's how you know you're a valuable man. If you got women willing to pay to get your reproductive fluid so they can have your kid, that's how you know that you're a god. That's why I say Richard Ramirez, he was a criminal. This man was a god. He was a god. He had multiple women that were interested in him. And that's why I say one thing I had to understand is that the way you look as a man is more important than your money. I mean, it's nothing wrong with having nice things. I like nice things. But the way you look as a man is more valuable than your assets. It's way more valuable than your assets. Looks are everything. Looks are everything. I know people like to say that looks fade, but your look is what gets you in the door. Your look is what solidifies you as a man. There was a man who was homeless. I saw it on Instagram. Dude, remind you of a pretty boy R&B singer. There were plenty women who were willing to let this man move into their crib. You got to ask yourself, how many women will allow you to move into their crib? None. This is why I had to understand that the way you look to women is more valuable than your assets. See, you got a lot of guys like this guy that was on that Pop the Balloon show. He was compensating for the lack of. See, a lot of guys who are not attractive to women, they got to compensate with money. They got to compensate with designer. They got to compensate with a luxury automobile. They got to compensate with a big old home. But you know what? There are women, if they don't find you attractive, none of that matters. None of that matters if they don't find you attractive. And this episode that I saw of this Pop the Balloon show of this dude just goes to show that if you don't look the part, a woman don't care that you got $30,000 worth of diamonds in your mouth. A woman don't care that you got big diamond chains around your neck. If they don't find you attractive as a man, it doesn't matter. And this is why some guys are just worthless. Some people are worthless. Some people in the world have no value. Baraka used to tell me that all the time. Some people just not worth nothing. They not worth nothing. And it's the truth. Because you got a lot of guys that try to lead with their finances because they know that their looks game, it ain't cutting it when it come to women. Women don't find them attractive. But this is why I go back to what I was saying yesterday. Stuff like this is the reason why prostitution needs to be legal. Stuff like this is the reason why brothels need to be legal, because if you're a man that women don't find all that attractive and you can go to a brothel and pay a beautiful woman to blow you off, to let you hit it from the back, that'll fix all your problems as a man. If you could go to a brothel and pay a sex worker to screw you, this is why they need to have legal brothels. I feel brothels need to be legal in all 50 states. That's just my personal opinion, because this episode that I saw of the Pop the Balloon show, where this dude had all these diamonds around his neck and he was compensating with his wealth and his money. He even offered to fly the woman on a private jet. You know how much it costs to get a private jet? Do you realize how much it costs to get a private jet? Do you know how much it costs to buy a jet in general? And he was willing to fly this woman on a private jet. She didn't want to do it because she wasn't attracted to him. This is why I had to realize that looks trump everything. Your appearance as a man is everything. That's what solidifies you. And I'm seeing that, if women don't find you to be an attractive man, all that materialism don't even matter. And I'm not saying that it's nothing wrong with liking nice things. Because let's be honest, I like nice things. I love nice things. But if women don't find you attractive, if that initial connection is not there, then nothing else matters. If that connection is not there, nothing else matters. That episode of Pop the Balloon, that just goes to show that looks is everything. If women don't find you attractive, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. This is why I wish that they would legalize brothels. I feel the cure to lonely men, the cure to men who are not wanted, is brothels. I feel that's the solution right there. If someone was to ask me, what do you feel is the cure for men who are non-select? What do you feel is the cure to men who are not desired by women? Brothels. Because if you can pay a beautiful woman to screw you, that's a win-win situation. That's one of the main reasons to why I want to be a millionaire, so I can pay women to have sex with me. Because I realize that that's the way to go. And that's what a lot of guys are going to have to do. But I'm just seeing more than ever that, if women don't find you attractive as a man, you're just screwed. And that episode of Pop the Balloon just goes to show that if that initial attraction is not there, if a woman does not find you attractive, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. Your money, your materialism, that doesn't matter if they don't find you attractive. That connection got to be there. If a woman stink hole not getting wet, it's over. If the vagina not wet, it's over. It's just the truth. Some guys just ain't cut out for the game. And it's nothing wrong with admitting you're not cut out for the game. There's nothing wrong with admitting you're not cut out for the game. There's nothing wrong with it. That's why I say that some guys are just worthless. Some dudes are worthless. They're not worth nothing. But that's all I want to say for now, guys. Remember, your assets can only take you so far. That connection got to be there.